Well, it's Monday morning. I thought I would do a video blog. There's been thousands of people who have been requesting me to do a video blog on Monday mornings. Actually, just one person. So I thought I would do it. We had another great Sunday at Greystone Church. Julian Drive did a tremendous job leading us in worship. And my new favorite song is Move Mountains. Again, that song really spoke to me yesterday. I was actually over there crying while that song was going on, so I really had to pull it together before my message, before I got up in front of our church. And so I wasn't planning on giving a message Sunday morning. I really thought the end of the world was going to happen on Saturday, which I'm glad that it didn't, because my baseball team lost their game, and I would hate to have the world end with a baseball loss. And so we're in the losers bracket now. We won yesterday afternoon. We play again tonight, and we actually have to win 4 more games to win the championship. So goes the losers bracket. Harold Camping, apparently he's a modern day prophet. Actually, I've never heard of the guy until Saturday, and obviously he's clueless and he's wrong. No one can predict the end times. Jesus is coming back. We don't know when, so we better be ready. My message on Sunday was a very sensitive one. Actually, in the first service, it was so hot in there. You could cut the tension with a knife. The second service was a lot more lively and into it. Actually had 3 ovations, which has never happened at Greystone, where actually the audience broke out into applause 3 separate times. And so I think it was a pretty powerful message. I started off with the parents, that our role to guard our children's hearts, to help them put on the armor of God, and specifically the breastplate of righteousness, and that we need to keep our shields of faith up. Mom and dad's shield, and all their leaders and all their family and church members' shields up. Our shield of faith to protect our kids. Protect them specifically from sexual sin, because we looked at 1 Corinthians chapter 6, and sexual sin is at a whole nother level of sin, because it can be damaging not only to the soul, but also to our bodies and to our hearts and our emotions, and it really affects who we are. And then we looked at Jesus' teaching on sexual immorality, and Jesus takes holiness to a whole nother level. He says it's not just a sin to commit the act of adultery, but any man who even looks at a woman lustfully has committed adultery in their hearts. And we need to take heed to Jesus' instruction. We don't need to live at the world's level of holiness, which is so low. We need to live at God's standard of holiness. And Jesus says that if your eye causes you to sin, then gouge it out. Does Jesus really want us to gouge out our eyes if we look lustfully at a woman? I don't think so. If that was the case, as I said yesterday, we would have a church full of one-eyed men. Guys be walking around with patches, looking like pirates. Because we've all sinned. None of us is perfect. What Jesus is saying is, have a higher standard. Deal ruthlessly with sin in your life. Cut it out. Okay, cut it out completely. And ladies, as I said yesterday, we encourage you to dress like Eskimos. Wear big, baggy clothes. If us guys see any type of cleavage or too much skin or too much leg, I don't want to go into details. Jennifer mentions it on her blog today that we have a rule in the House family with our ladies. 3 things that should not be showing. So I'll let you check out her blog to read more about that. So ladies, help us out. Cover yourselves up. And if you cover yourself up, I'll keep my biceps. I'll keep my guns covered up, because I know they can be tempting for you. Guys, don't take your kids to Hooters. That goes without saying. People don't go to Hooters for the hot wings. Come on now. And get web protection on your computers. No one at Greystone Church has web protection. That's crazy. That means you're susceptible to sin. If you do not have web protection on your computers and you have teenagers who live in your house, they're looking at pornography. Bottom line, there's no doubt in my mind. K9 Web Protection, K9.com. It takes about 5 minutes. Set it up. I'm holding you accountable. I am going to ask you next Sunday at church if you have web protection on your computers. And I better see every hand up. We're in a battle. We're in a war. And we are not playing games. All right. Next Sunday, topic, does God love homosexuals? It should be fun. I know some of you avoided church this Sunday. Playing games, going to the lake, going out of town, doing projects around the house. Whatever. Be at church this Sunday. All right, let's get serious about our relationships with Jesus Christ. I'm out.